I've always said two things about my videos. I've always said that they are little ticking time bombs. And I don't quite know exactly how much explosives I pack into them. I don't quite know how they're wired. I don't know when they're going to go off. And I don't know what kind of devastation will happen. Right? One of them started ticking today. I was at work and I looked at my phone to check the time, and I noticed that Violet Paley had responded to one of my tweets. I can't explain to you what it feels like exactly when your stomach drops out of your asshole and your blood runs cold. But that happened. And I was at work, so it was like, I can't do anything about this because I'm at work. Oh, that sucked. That was another tough realization. So I got home from work. Well, in the drive-thru at McDonald's, I started going through Twitter to find out how bad it was. To be fair, Miss Paley is being very nice. She has not yet, as far as I am aware, tagged me in anything. I have not had anybody tweet me directly about anything. The comments are not fantastic, but comments, I believe, are most likely born of ignorance. I imagine the people that have made the comments that they have made thus far did not watch the video that I made about you. Either of them. Yeah. So far, she's been good. She's made me aware that there is acknowledgement. And I thought to myself, I wonder if she's the type that would leave a comment on the video. Sure enough, she did. I would like to read for you in this video that comment, and then I would like to read a comment that I left, just so that it's all on the record. I guess my official stance on all of this. I believe in making that extremely clear. Right. She says, writes, "Hey, I appreciate your attempt to be diplomatic and want justice for the victim, whether convicted or accused, but there is a lot missing from the story you have, and just because I'm the loudest about what James does, including trying to sleep with underage girls, doesn't mean I'm the only one. In fact, I never had an NDA like so many of the girls I've now met. Now, I find the comment interesting in many ways. And I believe that I address it fully in my response, which reads, I'm going to need a cigarette for this. It's a very tense moment. Like I said, I think of all of my videos as little bombs. And I don't know what's going to happen. They could be giant nuclear party bombs that go off and then I become huge and famous and everything's fantastic and wonderful. Or they could be bombs that just destroy everything I have forever. could be one or the other. You know? So I acknowledge that fully in every video I make. I don't understand how people are going to react to it. I don't understand how people are going to react to this. I don't understand how Violet may react to this if Violet watches this video. And hello if you're watching. This is hard because I know what's in this. But I'm gonna read it the way it is, and it's there, and it's never gonna say edited because I'm never gonna need to edit it. It took me hours to write this because I knew I was gonna be doing this, just in case, just preparing for the future. I believe heavily in that. Oh God! All right, here we go. All right, so my response reads, well, my problem is I'm very stuck in the middle here. If what you say is true, the guy should be buried under the prison. And if it's not, the lie does immeasurable damage to real victims. That's why I push so hard for the collecting of evidence. It's the only way to prove anything. Too many people are being accused of things these days with no real proof. That's a huge problem with social media. It has replaced our court system with mob justice. People are losing their livelihoods over accusations, not convictions. With rape being such a heinous act, an accusation is oftentimes enough to destroy lives. There are proper channels for these things. Twitter isn't it. Now that being said, evidence in these cases is an extremely difficult thing to get, and I can understand how limited the options for justice are when you don't have it and can't get it. But you have to consider how it looks to have someone weeks, months, or even years later decide that something that happened between them and another person was rape. That's a tough one to wrap your mind around. So you have to be damn convincing. And as I showed in this video, an argument can be made that you are not convincing. It took me 3 hours, and I'm not a lawyer. That's why I can't get behind you on this one. In the end, I guess I would rather someone wronged go without justice than someone innocent have their freedom, livelihood, or even life be taken because someone else is spite. That's a tough call, but I believe it's right. You are right. There is a lot missing from the story we all have about this. But to ask me to condemn a man for that crime and have the repercussions fall on him for that crime based on someone's word, the person delivering that word better be a paragon of virtue. Because that's asking a lot. The only help I can give you is this. I believe evil is when someone knows they can hurt someone, knows that it's wrong, and does anyway. If he did this to you, he is evil. If he did this to you, the way he has played it off makes him evil to the core. And if there is anything I've learned in life, it's this. Evil is self-destructive. If he did this to you, it's wrong on a biblical level. And the universe has a way of course correcting. If he did this to you, one day he'll get his. If he did this to you, he is evil, and it's in his nature to fuck up. If that day ever happens, I don't know if I'll be more happy that you can finally have justice, or sad that it happened at all. But I think either way I'm just sad. If he did this to you, I'm sorry. It's the best I can do. And it sucks. Man, it's it's a tough call to have to make. Because no matter what, if you're wrong, that's bad. But I can't condone a world where all you have to do is point at somebody and say they did this to me, and that's it. And right now, it feels a lot like we're living in that world, because that's what people are demanding. And that's a lot of what's happening. We don't know anything. All we have is what people have said has happened. That is a slippery slope that leads to everybody not only being accuser, but also accused. That's not a good world to live in. It isn't the world we can let happen. So this is what has to be. That's why you need to have evidence. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. You gotta have it. Because nobody is a person so good as to not have some nasty tweets in their background. That was the whole point I was making with the video. I wasn't really trying to make a case, except to stay, we can't just go on somebody's word. You know what's happening to you because of this? If you're watching, it's not right, it's not cool. A lot of people have said a lot of things about you. But a lot of accusations have been thrown your way as well. And even though I know it was a joke, it was said. So you have to wonder, do you really want to live in a world where all that needs to be done is an accusation thrown? It's not right. It's not good. It doesn't work. It leads to nothing but violence and blood. And it sucks. The thought of being wrong, it sucks. But you gotta think of the greater implications. It's not right. But no matter what, somebody's lying. He is or she is. Somebody is. And sooner or later, everything comes to light. In a perfect world, whoever it is that's lying would come out and admit what's going on, or whoever it is that did the bad thing would come out and admit what was done. We don't live in a perfect world. And I doubt we're ever going to find out what happened. But what's the old saying? Better a hundred guilty men go free than one innocent man spend a day in prison. Because sooner or later you get them. Evil is self-destructive. If he's really that bad, he'll be emboldened by this. Sooner or later, it'll happen. It sucks that somebody else has to fucking go through it, but hopefully that person will get evidence. But no matter what, Sooner or later, everybody gets theirs. It may not be for everybody to know. It may not be public forum, but sooner or later, everybody gets theirs. I like what Jordan Peterson said. He said that in all of his years in his practice, never once has he ever seen one person get away with anything. Sooner or later, something happens. He said he's walked people back through their lives. You know, this happened, and this was bad. And what happened before that? Well, and they go through the chain of events to, oh, yeah, that was where I did that. Nobody gets away with anything. You cannot twist the fabric of reality and not have it wind up snapping back. So, sooner or later, everybody gets theirs. And I like that. It's kind of like a built-in justice to reality. Balance in nature. When you have no other choice, you got to take some sort of solace in something, right? So you just hope that winds up true. A lot of times it does. I imagine sometimes it doesn't. Anytime there's a rule, there's always exceptions. It's a fact of life. But it is what it is.